Do you know why you're here?
Yes.
Why are you here? Cool. Right, so the plan is today, I'm going to write a few bits on the board. Some of you may have done it about 18 months ago. Put your hands up if you've done it 18 months ago, a year ago, 18 months ago. None of you? Okay, so no. No, okay, cool. I wasn't it. So today, basically, the idea is to teach you everything you need to know, psychologically and physically, to become a fighter. Now, Jake, because you already fight, you might tell me, well, I know how to be a fighter, but this should be a really good reminder of what you need to go through, what you need to be doing, and so on and so on. So I did say before you come in, so Jake and Finn, in theory, you should have been in there training and got an extra half hour in before we started this. Okay, shall I start again? Right, go and sit down. So the idea is to go through everything you need to know, because there's so many times we get to shows and people will go, oh, I've forgotten my towel. Well, if you're getting battered, how can I throw a towel in if I don't have a towel? So the idea in a fight is not to throw the towel in, right? I don't want to be doing that. But if you're getting really, really, really beaten up and I can see that you need to stop the fight, the ref might not stop it. So the idea of the towel is you throw the towel in and that's the corner giving up. But if you haven't given me a towel and I get to the corner and go, where's your towel? And you go, oh, I forgot my fucking towel. I can't throw the towel in. Now, I will pre-warn you, if you're a full contact fighter for me, I will not throw your towel in. So it doesn't matter if you've got it or not, right? Because the ref is there to save you. So if the ref thinks you're safe, I know how strong you are. We will build you up to be strong enough to not need that towel. But also, you will know that I'm not going to throw the towel in. So what can happen is if you're in the ring and you're fighting, and you're going, oh, I'm losing all that hurts, so I'm getting beaten up, Some fighters will go, that's all right, my corner will throw the towel in. But you guys will go, Cole's not going to throw the towel in, so I need to sort this out myself. So I am not going to save you unless you are dying. I've not thrown the towel in once yet, ever. We've had, I think, 2 knockouts in 20 years. That's it. So my fighters don't get stopped generally, and I've never thrown the towel in. Because the idea is to make you strong enough to not rely on me to save you, rely on yourselves to save you. This is full contact, by the way, not light contact. So I want to go through the contract. Put your hands up if you've signed a contract. 2 of you. So if you haven't signed one, don't worry. It's not like you're signing your life away or you're going to ruin your life because of this contract. It literally just kind of explains what you should be doing. So later on, I'm just going to read it to you, just to give you an idea of what it says. And it basically says, I commit to training 3 times a week. Like if you train once a week, you won't be fighting. But what can happen is, I'm going to train 3 times a week. I'm going to love it. I'll start training. And then after 6 months, you go, oh, I want to fight, but I can only train once a week. Then if you're only training once a week, you're not going to be fighting. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it's to protect you as well as us. We don't want to have 10 fights and 9 losses. And you lot don't want to lose and get beaten up. It's as simple as that, okay? The idea is to keep our win streak at 75% and above. And we still are maintaining that at the moment, which is good. But then we have had a lot less fights last year because the fight team did dwindle a little bit. Does that all make sense so far? Yeah? Cool. The idea is to give you as much knowledge as possible as well. So when you're in the ring, obviously you've got your physical strength, you've got your fitness, you've got your skill set, but you've also got your own knowledge of how to move, how to block. You're all going to have different levels of how much beating up you can take, how much pressure you can take. So, for example, you could be a fantastic fighter, you could be a wicked technical sparrer in the gym. However, what might happen is just before you walk out, you absolutely brick it because you go, oh my God, there's 1,000 people out there screaming your name and there's big lights and there's big music and oh my God, all of a sudden the atmosphere brings it up, adrenaline kicks in like you've never felt before, and then all of a sudden it's a bit harder. A little bit like an exam at school. If you're in the classroom and you go, no, yeah, it's a bit of a test, and then they go, right, we're going to do the exam tomorrow, you might go, oh my God, exam. So you start panicking about that exam. It's no different to fighting. As soon as your name goes on a poster and your picture goes on a poster, your brain goes, I'm fighting in 6 weeks' time, I'm fighting in 5 weeks' time, I'm fighting next week, I'm fighting tomorrow, I'm fighting today, and that adrenaline starts to pick up over time. So it's about dealing with your adrenaline levels as well. Talked about the contract. Combos, I have a list of fighter combos which I've reprinted off. Hands up if you've seen that. Cool, so that's my fault because I've not shown you enough. There's 11 things on there, there will be more, but to give you an example, I know it sounds really simple, but switch. Switch stance, rear leg roundhouse kick. So in a fight, I don't want to be saying switch your stance and throw a rear leg roundhouse kick. There's too many words and you're not going to hear it. But if I shout switch, there's a good chance you'll hear switch, and then hopefully your brain will go, oh, that means I need to switch stance and then throw a kick. So there's 11 of them to go through today as well. Is that cool? Excellent. I'm trying to record this today as well. I've no idea what it's going to come out like, but I just thought if I film it, we can at least use it. Once they've finished their circuit and once I've finished talking about what we're going to do today, we're going to go through and do a circuit as well. So don't worry, you're not going to sit here for 2 hours and just get cold. We're going to go through and get warm. We're going to talk about diet. We're going to sit on the board. But obviously everyone's diet will be completely different. So your diet's going to be different to your diet and your diet and your diet. Also, are you at school? Are you at work? Are you a full-time mum, full-time dad? Have you got children, etc., etc.? So when I say diet, I'm not going to sit down and say this is what your diet should be. But we're going to go through what is healthy, what's not healthy. Now that might sound stupid, but we did have someone a few years ago now get in the ring, get a bit nervous, have quite a hard fight. At the end of round one, throw up in the ring, and there was pizza everywhere. Oh, I didn't realise I couldn't have pizza. Do you know what I mean? So just think about what you're eating. Or we had someone grade and they had rice and cherry Coke half an hour before they graded. So we then saw the cherry Coke and rice come back up. Not pleasant. What else have we had? People that don't eat. Because you're nervous, you don't eat. Therefore, you turn up to a tournament, you don't eat, you don't have breakfast, you don't have lunch, and then you might not fight till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you've now not eaten for nearly 24 hours and you get in the ring and you go, oh, I've got no energy. Oh, I'm weak. Oh, I've got nothing left. So you need to be able to understand that you need to be fueling your body ready to fight. Does that make sense? Yeah? So if you're unsure, whether it be today, whether it be next week, whether it be a week before the tournament, before fight night, if you want to go for a diet plan, speak to Jenny, she's better than I am. But also come to me and go, Carl, I don't know what I'm going to be eating next week, or what should I have for the day? What time do you think I'm going to be fighting? Depends on, for a Battle of Kent, it might be 10 o'clock, it might be 4 o'clock. So you've got a 6-hour window of potentially waiting to fight, therefore you're going to need fuel. If you're fighting at 10, it won't be a problem, but if you're fighting at 4, you're going to need some fuel. And then what are you fueling your body with? Like Coke, pizza, chips, shit. Don't do that, yeah? Now, some of you, I don't know why, but as we get younger, it seems to be more fast food and more fast food and more fast food. So I wouldn't expect you to go, oh, Dad, can I have McDonald's? Dad, can I have McDonald's? Or can I have a burger? And then I'd also expect your parents to go, no, you're not having a burger. So you shouldn't ask one in the first place. And then even if you do ask one, your parents should say, no, you're not having one, you're fighting. Does that make sense? I know responsible adults won't do that, but you know that they will, right? Can I have chocolate? Can I have chocolate? Can I have chocolate? So don't do it, right? What happens if I put water in my fuel tank?
Loaded.
Huh?
Loaded.
No, if I actually put water in my car, it goes bang, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't work, right? So that's what you're doing. If you're putting Coke and chips in your body just goes like that. So don't do that. Preparation for being a fighter. So again, like on Battle of Kent, I don't know why I've got this whiteboard because I'm not really writing a lot on it. If you're Battle of Kent, it's not as important. I'm not saying it's not important, but the preparation Jake will go through for fight night will be slightly different to what you lot are going to go through for Battle of Kent. Okay, so the levels of what you're getting ready for. Now, Jake's got a 2-minute fight. Therefore, the preparation will be different to the fighters that are doing a 2-minute round world title fight, as an example. So you've got preparation for level of fight, you've got preparation for light contact, full contact, and if we were to do any others, and then you've got preparation for what level you're fighting at. So obviously, the harder the fight gets, the harder the preparation goes up. So it's not just, yeah, I train and that's it. In reality, if you're doing full contact, you should be running at least 2 or 3 times a week because you need that energy, you need that tank to get you going. We're going to talk about kit, but 99% of you will know your kit, but we're going to talk about it anyway when we're in there after we've done a bit of a circuit. But again, with your kit, I know it sounds silly, but like the towel that I spoke about, People go, I didn't know I needed the towel. You lot should all now know you need a towel. If I'm honest, it's mainly for wiping up blood or water. So certainly in full contact, you are knackered. There might be blood everywhere. So we will cover you in water to clean it off. But if we shower you in water and then there's no towel, A, you're covered in water. B, there is a massive puddle of water underneath you. And then the ref will stop the fight until that's cleaned. But if I don't have a towel to wipe it up with, I'm not taking my shirt off and doing it. So we need that towel to clean the floor up, or you up. Hopefully it's their blood on you, not your own blood. However, we still need to wipe off. And if I'm scaring you about blood, sorry, but at some point you're going to get a nosebleed. Or hopefully, more important, at some point they'll get a nosebleed. But if they've got quite a bad nosebleed and they're going like that, goes everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Jake, was it one you had that you were absolutely covered? Someone, it might have been Callum, but someone we've had was like, it looked like a murder scene. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, it looked really, whoa. But so it doesn't happen often, but it does happen from time to time. So kit you need. What do you think there's a few things, but what do you think the most important thing to being a fighter is? I know that might sound really silly, but what do you think the absolute key element to being a fighter is? Mindset. I've seen fighters that are terrible, awful, but because they've got such a powerful mindset, they've destroyed someone that's 10 times better than them. Now, obviously, I'd like you to have many attributes to being whatever the word is, to being a fighter. However, you could be the most talented fighter in the gym, in the world, but if you're going, oh, I'm really shit, I haven't got much power, I'm not, oh, they're really strong, they're going to batter you. So your mindset has to be, I don't care if you're having a good day, you're having a bad day, if you've got an injury, if you feel sick, if you're tired, if you've had 2 weeks flu before you're fighting, if you've got flu, you won't be fighting, but let's say you had flu a month before your fight, so you couldn't train for 2 weeks, and then you have 2 weeks to get back on it. If it's a little fight, we'll probably pull it. But if you're fighting for a title, I'm not going to go, I'll be like, you've got 2 weeks to pull your pants up a little bit and crack on. So let's crack on with it. And then you need to be able to get into that ring in 2 weeks' time going, right, not going, oh, sick for 2 weeks ago. Am I fit enough? Not sure. You've got to be a 10 out of 10. Yeah? You can't be looking at the other fighter and going, oh, look, they've got dreads. They've got a skirt around their trousers, or they've got, I don't know, Hayabusa K1s. They're really expensive. They must be a good fighter. Again, think how people might look at us. So a lot of people, when we went to Battler Kent last time, looked at us and went, oh my God, look at them. There's 20 of them all in kit. So you lot won't think it, but everyone else will be looking at us going, oh my God, look at all their kit. They've all got a fighter kit. They must be in a huge fight team. They must train really, really, really hard. They all look really good. You lot won't think that, but everyone else was thinking that. The amount of messages I got going, oh my God, your team looked amazing. Doesn't mean you're any good. It just means you looked good. So when you look at other fighters, don't look at them and go, they must be good just because they've got kit or dreads or plaits or braids or they've got a bald head or whatever it is. Hopefully many don't have bald head. Does that make sense? So you've got to be a 10 out of 10 when you step in the ring. However, if you can be a 10 out of 10 a month before you're fighting, then you've got a month to prepare yourself to when you get in that ring, you are like 100% in your head, mentally ready to take on whatever's standing in front of you. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's light con, points, full contact, K1, Thai boxing, whatever, whoever's there, and this is the fine balance, you're going to kill them because they're going to come and kill you. That's it. However, you're not going to stand in the ring, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kill him, I'm going to kill him. But in your head, that's what you want to be going, I'm going to destroy him, I'm going to destroy him. They're not destroying me, I am destroying them. End of story. Yeah? So don't be an idiot, but prepare yourself to go, right, it's time to go to war, and I'm going to go to war, and I'm going to win. Does that make sense? Yeah, you got to be a monster when you get in there. You've got to be a monster. However, so what's the next thing? You've got mindset, right? So you all now, a 10 out of 10, you're all monsters. What else do we need to back up your mindset? Skill. So you've got to be skillful. Now, you don't have to be skillful. However, if you're skillful, you've got a much better chance of winning. Yeah, so you could go in there, close your eyes, swing like mad, and you might hit. However, if you've got a skill set, so if you're good at kicking, good at punching, you've got good ring craft, you've got good movement, if you've got all of that, you stand a much better chance of winning your fight. Now, that takes time to build. and it's repetition, which is why you've got to train to be a fighter a minimum of 3 times a week, because you want to make sure you're sharpening that knife constantly to get it nice and sharp. You're practicing, practicing, practicing. What else? Really simple one. I mean, you could argue that defence would go into skill because defence is a part of your skill, but again, for me, defence is slightly separate, because if you've got an absolutely bulletproof defence, you won't get knocked out. If you can't get knocked out, you're not going to lose the fight. You might lose on points, but the idea is to knock them out and win. So if you don't get knocked out, if you can't get knocked out, you're never going to get knocked out. Therefore, you're never going to lose that fight by KO. Therefore, they have to beat you on points. So if you've got a perfect defence, guard, stance, movement, then you're not getting knocked out. The only way you get knocked out is if you get caught. And the only ways you're going to get caught is if you stop moving or if your guard has been dropped. Simple as that. In reality, you've got body shots as well, but again, if you've got a really good defence and good conditioning, a body shot won't stop you. And the only time you're going to get stopped is if you're fighting someone like Jake or Callum, Gassan, Leon Denne, like world champion style, that doesn't matter how strong you are, they will break you eventually. But that's when you get to British and European champion style fights. Apart from that, at this level now, for the majority of you, if you've got a good guard, defence, movement, you're not getting stopped. End of story. One more thing that's absolutely key.
Good endurance.
Good endurance. So, yeah, you need endurance. This is why I'm not a teacher, by the way. I'll come at you. So, endurance. Well, what's you going to say, actually? Dedication. Yeah, so dedication will give you all of that. Put it on there. They can get really noisy, don't they?
They've opened the doors, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do me a favour. Can you go and shut the doors again quickly? They were like, we just open doors. So you need good endurance, you need good dedication, which will, again, if you're dedicated, you'll be dedicated to your mindset. If you're dedicated, you're going to be dedicated to your skill. So on and so on and so on. Make sense? Yeah? There's one thing that you've got to have that we do every single day in the class. We start with it. Nope. Warm up. You've got to be fit. Again, the other thing is, along with a really good mindset, is you've got to be fit. You have to be fit. If you're not fit, again, I can see someone with a really good mindset or someone who's got one big right hand. You can go out, you can do a minute of fighting, bam, 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 you've got all these skills, you've got summer's kicks, smash them up, and after about a minute, minute and a half, your tank empties completely. And again, if you're knackered, as in you've got no guard, no stance, if you're struggling to breathe, if you can see stars because you are that deprived of oxygen, like no offence, but like one of these, a knockout Jake. If he's seeing stars and going, one of them could just go, and it'd be enough to put him down. Like that's how weak you become if you are, you become vulnerable, yeah? Which is where your guard and stance and movement comes back in, but you can only do that if you've got something in the tank. But the better your tank, the stronger your tank, the better you will be. Now, all of you should be able to push yourself to a limit of nearly throwing up at some point. However, if you keep doing that, you will get better and better and better at it, yeah? So the bigger you can make your tank is really important, so your endurance, but also how fast you can recover, which is why when you're running, you should be doing sprints. So the two best way of sprinting for me personally is either about 50 to 75 metres roughly in length sprint. So a little bit shorter than this building, but basically you're going to be doing the building. So basically jog down, sprint up, jog down, sprint up 10 times. That's it, it's easy. Yeah, make sense? Now the sprint wants to be the hardest sprint you can do. If you're doing 100 metres, it's going to be something between 13 to 15 seconds, roughly. So you've got 15 seconds of hard work, and then your jog back is your recovery. And the idea is your jog back, you get better at jogging back. So when you first do it, you might walk back. I don't want you walking, but you might walk, yeah? And that walk might take you 45 seconds. So you do 15 seconds of throwing up, 100%, and then you spend 45 seconds walking back. But when you get back to that start point, turn, go. go again, go again. Now, if you're really good, you'll start timing your time because you will never feel like you're getting any fitter. Every time you do it, you're like, I'm dead, I'm dying, I'm not getting any fitter. But the first time you do it, let's say it's a 15-second sprint and a 45-second recovery walk. That's 1 minute. If you do that 10 times, that will take you 10 minutes. Simple. But then you want to build on that. So you can go, well, okay, well, the last 3 weeks I've been walking, but your walking might pick up. Your explosive sprinting might pick up. So instead of taking 15 seconds, it might take you 13 seconds. Your 45-second walk might become a 40-second walk. So all of a sudden, you're starting to chip that time away. You won't feel like you're getting any fitter, but you are getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So that's how you monitor your sprinting. You can do it on a hill. Obviously, if it's hilly, the hillier it is, the harder it's going to get. Obviously, because of the incline of the thing. So that's one way of doing it. The other way, depending on where you're running, the other one that I used to do that used to kill me was on the seafront. So from the pier, so I'd go from the bathing pool to the pier, I'd jog it just as a warm up. And then you'd do walk, jog, sprint every lamppost. So you'd walk from one lamppost to the next lamppost, you'd jog to the next lamppost, you'd sprint to the next lamppost, then you go back to walking again. And whenever you hit that lamppost, you go. I don't care how much you're throwing up, certainly when it's cold like this, it's horrid, absolutely horrid, yeah? And then the idea is that that time gets quicker again, so it might take you 15 minutes to get from the pier to the bathing pool. So that's another one, but that's quite a long endurance run. So you go walk, jog, sprint. So when you're fighting, you are not flat out. You're not sprinting constantly. There'll be times when you're walking. There'll be times when you're going like that. There'll be times when you're sprinting, bah, 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 bah. And then there'll be times when you're jogging and moving about. So the idea is your fitness, your energy, your levels will do that as you're fighting. Okay, so that's what we try and prepare for, and running, unfortunately, is the best and hardest way to do it. There's no other. The only other thing I think is the bikes. If anyone's seen the big, I don't know what they're called.
The ones that roar.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what they're called.
Yeah. No, it's a bike, but it's got a massive fan in it. I should know what it's called, but yeah, and I think they're called enduro bikes.
They're killers.
They are horrid. And the other one is the skier.
Yeah,
That one.
as well.
So they're the only other two bits of machinery that I've used in a gym that have made me want to throw up as much as running. Everything else you can kind of cheat on, or you can go on a treadmill and jog, you can go on a cross trainer and jog or run. They're the only two machines that I've used where you go, because you are absolutely, because it uses air and fans to work against you. The other thing is you need to be able to recover. So recovery within your training, as in running, sprinting, bag work, focus pads. The other thing is actual physical recovery. You need to make sure you're having one day off at some point somewhere. So some of you will be a Saturday, some people will be a Sunday, some of you will be a midweek. But on the flip side of that, if you look at the best in the world, they will train nearly every single day. They will have a day off, but some people go, oh, I train 3 days a week, it's so much hard work. That's rubbish, absolute rubbish. Your bodies, your mind, your brain, your heart, your lungs will be able to cope with training 6 days a week, hard. But you also need to make sure you're getting a good day's recovery as well. Everyone happy with that? It's quite simple, but just wanted to say it. So if you're someone that goes, I can train 7 days a week flat out, you still need a day off. On the flip side of that, if you're going, yeah, well, I train twice a week, that's enough. It's not enough. Certainly now, when I was training when I was 15, I used to train 6 days a week hard. And there's a reason me and our small team used to win pretty much everything we went to, is because we were training 6 days a week. Most people only trained 2 or 3 days a week. Nowadays, a lot of people train 6, 7 days a week, constant. The level of training has gone up and up and up and up over the last 30 years. Cool. Is everyone happy with that? Yep. Has anyone got any questions on that so far? No? Excellent. Right, they've just finished the circuit, so we can now go and do a circuit, and we can warm up. Cool? Let's go. Anyway, obviously, please don't share this with the world, because you guys have paid for it. And the last thing we want is everyone knowing exactly what we're doing. So this is predominantly for the fight team within HKA. So the fight drills, I don't expect you to remember them right this second as I read them, but you're going to get a copy of this, and then once I've had time to edit this, you can have a copy of the video as well. Switch. In reality, a switch is just a switch. You switch stance left to right. But whenever you switch, you want to do something. So you could switch and jab, you could switch and cross. But in reality, if you're switching, you can adjust your range, so you can switch and kick. Switching is a good way of building power up in your kicks, okay? So I'll say switch, which means I want you to switch your stance. Now, it could be switch your stance and sweep. It could be switch your stance and jab. It could be switch your stance and kick. But I do want you switching and doing something. But switching is a very good way of getting power into your legs. So a lot of you will probably choose to go switch and kick rather than switch and just stand still. But you could switch and sweep or jab. Does that make sense? Do me a favour. Pepper. Jab cross, body shot, knee. So again, pepper, 1, 2, 3, 4, body shot, knee. Yeah? Again, don't expect you to remember these now, but you'll have a copy of this and you'll have this as well. Power, straight right hand, push with your front hand, straight rear hand again, finish with a roundhouse kick. So you hit them as hard as you can, push them, and you're physically going to push them with your jab to move them away from you, giving you lots of room and space for that right hand again, or if you're a lefty, the other way around. So you go rear hand, push, 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 rear hand, and then follow up with roundhouse kick. Yeah, so you hit them, kick them. Tap. Foot sweep or calf kick. So if you're full contact kickboxing, it'll be a foot sweep. If you're doing K1, it can be a foot sweep or a calf kick. When you're calf kicking, obviously you want to kick their calf, but you also potentially want to sweep them. So you can kick and push their leg out the way and try and get a sweep. So you're not allowed to calf kick in full con kickboxing, above the waist kickboxing. In K1 you can. So if you're K1 in, you can sweep or kick their shin. If it's full contact kickboxing, then it's just a straight foot to foot, foot ankle sweep, and you're not allowed to kick them. It works really well. I've written in here, often works well, close, when they're tied, when they're against the ropes, and it works really well with a pepper. So you could do a pepper, 1, 2, 3, 4, grab them, knee them, sweep them. You could do a pepper without the knee, 1, 2, 3, 4, foot to foot sweep. So you're keeping them busy. It work off a double jab. Tap. If I say tap, that's what I mean. So I don't want to be going foot to foot sweep, calf kick when you're fighting. I just want to say tap. Now, a lot of people will probably understand a tap is a foot sweep, but a lot of people might think a tap is a tap or a tap like that. So again, not everyone's going to know what you're doing. Set them up. I've put slinking hook kick here, but that should say spinning hook kick. Or a spinning side kick. It mainly works really when on the rope. If you just go to spin and they're in the middle of the ring, they'll see you spinning, they'll probably move. Even if they stand completely still and don't move, if you do a spinning side kick and hit them, if they're in the middle of the ring, they've got all the ring behind them to dissipate the energy. So they can get hit and they can fall backwards. But if they're against a rope or a pillar and you spinning side kick, spinning heel kick them, they're not moving. So they can't absorb the energy from the kick. So I'm not saying don't do the middle of the ring. They're still a great kick to do, but they will be much more effective if they're in the corner or against the rope. So if I say set them up, what I mean is get them to a corner, get them against the rope, set them up for the kick. So whatever you need to do, set them up, double jab, front kick, pepper, front kick, side kick, pepper, tap, double jab, push kick. Get them into a corner to set them up for a spinning kick, spinning heel kick. They're the kicks that knock people out. They're the kicks that cause damage. They're also kicks that, not that it's a pointing system, but they score quite highly. You do 2 or 3 spinning side kicks in a fight, the judges will be like, he's pretty cool. So that's what set them up means. I want you to set them up for a powerful kick. Ghost, step to the side. So just, if I'm asking you to ghost, what I want you to do is start cutting your angles. If I start saying to you, cut your angles, the other fighter knows that you're going to start darting to the left, darting to the right. You're going to start to try to cut out the way. So if I say to you, ghost, hopefully you'll go, right, Cole wants me to cut the angles, 1, fire a rear right hand, a hook, and then finish with a kick. So you'll ghost to the side, 1, 2, kick. Throw any kick you want, because they will move. So it could be a front kick, could be a roundhouse kick, could be a thigh kick, could be a tap. If they're against the rope, it could be set them up for a spinning kick. So I don't want to say do that kick, but if you go ghost, step off, cross, let's say you swap it for a left body shot instead of a left hook, you might go cross, catch them, you might go left body and drop their head down, axe kick on top of the head might work really well. So there isn't right or wrong, but the important bit is that you're changing your angles, you're stepping offline, you're ghosting out of the way, and then setting them up with 2 hands. Sign out is a double or a triple jab. So the idea is, whatever you've done, whatever you're doing, you're jabbing and moving. So you're throwing shots so they can't follow you. If you go jab cross and then just move, it's very easy for them to just counter with a kick. If you go front kick, jab, cross, it's very easy for them just to go jab back. So if you go, whatever you're doing, and then as you move out, you double or triple jab. It might not necessarily hit them, but what you're doing is putting a wall up, putting a fence up for them to stop coming towards you to attack you. So again, you could even just be going like that, just to keep them away. It also shows you're quite active. But if you're working it well, what you will do is you hit them with a couple of shots, and then when you sign out, you hit them with a double jab as you're going away from them. So you do whatever drill you've just done, and then you go bang, bang, and then step off. So you just finish them off with double jab. Again, looks really good, it's really effective, and it stops them coming towards you. Pillar is 3 or 4 body shots. They're a pillar. 1, 2, 3, uppercut through the center. So the hooks around the side, you're trying to damage the side of their body, and then you're coming up with an uppercut through the middle. BA, so front kick, nice high knee, bum. Then you dummy, throw a right hand, then a kick. So you're trying to set them up to block your kick. Hit them with a front kick, hopefully. Lift it again, they pull their stomach away, they bring their hands in tight to the front, they try and block the kick, opens their face up, right hand over the top, finish with a kick. I know this sounds really silly, I've added to this, fire back. Whatever they throw, you match harder with more intensity, yeah? So let's say Jake's fighting whoever, and like they just keep landing a roundhouse kick. I don't really want to be saying, match his roundhouse kick with your roundhouse kick, or match his jab with your jab, or hit him hard, hit him faster. If I'm saying fire back, what I mean is imitate what they're doing and times it by 10. I also don't want to be shouting, he's got a really good front kick, you do a really good front kick, but do it much, much, much harder. Yeah? Just fire back. So if you hear me going fire back, that means I've seen something they're doing and you need to do it better. So if they do 2 or 3 thigh kicks, so if K1, very simple, move about, jab, fire kick, I'll be like, right, fire back. And you need to go, right, oh, I've got a bit of a dead leg. They've hit me with a couple of thigh kicks. Right, I'm going to give them the worst thigh kick they've ever had in their life. But I don't want to be explaining that while you're fighting. Just fire back. Does that make sense? Yes? Right, and then number of targets. We did touch on this a little bit. I will be bringing it back in. 1, 2, 3. So if I say 1, that means punch their head. If I say 2, punch their body. If I say 3, kick their leg. Don't punch their legs. that will get you in trouble. Kick their legs. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'll be going 1. If I start saying, punch me in the head, punch me in the body, both fighters know where that you're probably going to aim for. Yeah? 1 could be a technique. 1 could be a certain drill. So a lot of fight gyms will have 1, and that'll be a jab, cross, hook, cross. 2, that'll be a front kick, uppercut, cross. 3, leg kick, jab, cross, uppercut, cross, roundhouse kick, whatever. So they will have set drills as numbers. Ours are really simple. 1, attack their head. 2, attack their body. 3, attack their legs. Really simple. Make sense? Good with that? Yes. Sweet. Right, grab a partner. My mind, pepper. This is how I remember it. You can remember it however you want. But you're chucking pepper on something to try and blind them. The idea of the jab, cross, is to blind them. So Jake's going to go, or I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to get his guard up, his hands in front of his face, because I want to deliver a body shot. Don't get me wrong, I can go jab, cross, and hit him as hard as I want. The problem with that is, if I hit him really hard, he's going to be moving back. So if I'm going, he's going to be moving away. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to do is deliver a body shot. So I don't want him moving away from me too much. I want him there, but I want him going, oh my God, what's going on? So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, K1, knee, whether it be the front or the side, depending on where your gap is. You can throw a knee. You can still throw a body shot in K1, by the way. But if you're kickboxing and throw a knee, you're going to get told off. So if you're full con, 1, 2, 3, 4. For me, it's always going to be that left body shot. You all know that. If I can get his elbows forward, I'm going for that floating rib. When I do it, I step across, bend this knee, wham, in there like that. You could switch, go the other side, boom. Either way, you want to be catching these ribs. What you want is that. So the pepper, boom, yeah? You could throw a kick, but it will be me, it will be a body shot. Again, K1 if you want to, 1, 2, 3, 4, knee, or you could go body shot, knee. Does that make sense? Yes, cool, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, knee. And the idea is that 1 word or 2 words will give you a command to make you do 3 or 4 things within the round. So, power. Again, a lot of people go, well, he's going to hit me really hard. I mean, you are, but every time, every shot you throw is pretty much going to be a hard shot. But a power, you're going to throw, hypothetically, the biggest right hand you got. Bam, like, you really want to smash them. If they block it, great, because there are hands in front of their face. So I want to go 1, push them. You're not allowed to push them. So we're gonna just, like that. It's gonna kind of be a jab, but with a bit of a push. What you want to do really is you want them to get frustrated and move your hand as you do it. So as I push for about half a second, Jake wants to go, get out of my face and do that. Soon as he's done that, wicked, bam, that one's coming straight over the top. Now, if he doesn't move your hand and you end up pushing for more than, say, a second, throw the right hand again, because now you're going into the realms of pushing and we don't want that. So you go 1, let's say he doesn't move it, push and punch again anyway. But ideally, we want to be annoying, so they move your hand, which creates a gap. So you go, boom, they push it out of the way, bam, throw the second one, guard up, then finish with a kick. You should always finish with a kick. So what I'm trying to do is by me going power, that 1 word means you're going to go, right, I need to set them up with a big right hand. I want to push them away with my jab. I want them to push my jab out of the way because it's being annoying. I then want to hit them with an even harder right hand. I then want to finish with a kick. So all of that gets put into power. So you just go, cool, that's what he wants. Yeah? So you're here, you're moving, you might throw a jab, you might throw a front kick, you might throw a teep, you might throw a leg kick, but you're moving. I mean, if I say power, you're not going to go boom, straight away. You're probably going to be like, right, okay, right, I need to set it up. Right, there it is. Bam, push, bam, kick, move. Reset, go again. Yes? Let's go. Come. Right, what's good is, as we're going into these drills, you're all starting to work a little bit harder, a little bit stronger, you're starting to work with each other, you're starting to input bits in between, which is exactly what we want. Right, tap is either a foot-to-foot sweep or a calf kick stance. Now, foot-to-foot sweep, a little bit wider for me, I'm going to sweep first. A sweep can be inside or outside, so it's not either or, you can do both. Now, an inside sweep, you're more than likely get that, at most. You're probably not going to knock them over, you'll probably get that. And then within about a quarter of a second, they'll readjust. So an inside foot sweep is just good to get them off balance, hit them once, and they've probably reset. The chances of getting them on their ass is very slim. However, it is very good. So if I do my pepper, keep them busy, boom, stay there. Now, did you see, as he went, he done that? The reason he's going to do this is because he's off balance. If he's off balance, he's going to need his arms to balance. That's what we do. It's natural. So if someone sweeps you, you will naturally go balance and back. So while their arms are wide, uppercut them in the face. Body shot them, but do something. So you go, right, I'm going to use a pepper to confuse him, keep him busy. I'm going to tap him to get his arms open. I'm going to hit him, knee him, whatever. And then he'll readjust. So you're not going to knock them out, but you are going to catch them. If you do an outside sweep, you've got more chance of getting them over because it's making them go backwards. Again, if I go back, if I use my pepper, keep them busy, sweep, and he'll go down. So when you sweep, make sure you're hooking. Now, what you can't do is lift your leg up a little bit. You can't sort of hold them and do that, yeah? But obviously what you don't want to do is this. So there is an element of hook and hold, but you can't sort of hop across the ring trying to pull them over. So I normally go 3, 4, sweep, pull. And again, if I end up spinning because I've lifted up or whatever, still doesn't matter. The other thing is keep some weight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, sweep. Like that. The ref might tell you off a little bit, but at least they're on the floor, okay? If they don't go down, but they lose all of their balance, so this is where I need you to act. So I'm going to sweep him, and he's going to dance backwards a little bit. Bop, 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 like that. This is when you can go after him. Don't go, oh, I swept him, amazing. Yeah? You've got them off balance, you've made them look stupid, go after them. Don't just sit there and go, oh, look how wonderful I am. So come forward a bit. So again, I would use pep up, sweep. Oh, he didn't go. While he's off balance, I'm going to go for him. You see him panic. Like that. That's what you want. Even if you don't hit him, think if you're fighting, let's say I sweep him and he's scared of getting hit. If you think you're a judge or a spectator, right? So after the sweep, I'm going to hit you quite hard, right? So I'm going to go, boom, 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 boom. How good does that look? Them going, ooh. Yeah, that looks good for you, not for them. Psychologically, mindset. Yeah, if that's just happened to you, if someone swept you and they caught you with a body shot 30 seconds ago, and then they've swept you and you go, oh, body shot. If you go like that, how stupid are you going to feel? Right? So that's the sweep. Calf kick, pretty much exactly the same. Obviously, kick their calf. The further around the back you get, the more it's going to work their calf. But there's nothing wrong with kicking and lifting it further. Ow. These hoodies are dangerous. So yeah, you can calf kick, but you can pull them a little bit as well. Yeah, when you do calf kicks, be careful because they really hurt. So practice the sweep, practice the calf kick. Yes? Let's go! Oh, double, nice. Yeah, that was better. I don't expect you to fully learn these today. So don't go away going, well, oh, I didn't really get them all. Like, we could spend days practicing these, and we will over the next couple of months, the next couple of years. But today is just kind of sinking them in your head, and then hopefully when we do them in classes, you guys have made the effort to turn up today, you guys have made the effort to learn, therefore, in the classes, it should be, you should go, oh yeah, Pepper, I remember that, boom, and go. Right, set them up. Again, like I explained earlier, a spinning side kick in the middle of a fight, there's nothing wrong with that. I could be moving about, I could throw a jab, Jake blocks, he's got tons of room behind him, but I can still, boom, throw a spinning side kick, and it's still going to hit him. But he's got the opportunity to take away the energy from the kick. So they work better if they're against the rope or in a corner. If they're in a corner, perfect. If they're on a rope, they can't move backwards, but they can still move left or right. If they're in a corner, it's much harder for them to move anywhere. So when you're setting them up, you can do whatever you want to set them up. It could be a push kick, it could be a double jab, it could be a Superman punch. It doesn't matter what. The idea is you're trying to pin them into a corner to knock them out or severely hurt them with a spinning hook kick or a spinning side kick. Again, the likelihood of really hurting them with a jab is unlikely. You can maybe give them a nosebleed, you might knock their head back, but you're not going to break their jaw with a jab, right? But a spinning hook kick, you might. A spinning side kick could do their ribs. Again, a jab, if I throw a jab, it doesn't matter how hard I can throw my jab, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to break his ribs doing that. But a spinning side kick to the body, much higher chance of breaking his ribs, or at least winding him so he can't breathe. So that's what I want to do. So the setup is getting them to where you want them so you can deliver the kick you want. So it can be a spinning hook kick or a spinning side kick. Say to your partner, let me practice a spinning hook kick. So you can do, simplest way is a jab cross hook cross. So Jake could go jab cross hook cross and then spinning hook kick, boom. And just get that flowing. Yeah, you want that like you're breathing. Done. Yeah, you don't want to be going, oh, jab cross hook cross, oh, right, step across, oh, right, where is he? Yeah, it just wants to be 4 and kick. So the 4 is going to push me back, bum, 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 in the corner, boom, and away it goes. Obviously, to practice it, you've got to tell them what you're doing, because what you don't want to do is them do that for a spinning hook kick, and then you throw a spinning side kick. Because that will hurt, right? So, 4, spinning side kick. I'm going to go to the head, hop, boom, like that. But if I do that, and he does that, that's my nose broke. So just make sure, when you do this drill, that you communicate which kick you're going to practice. A spinning side kick, ideally, body or head, doesn't matter. Obviously, body will wind them, head will break their face, but you need to make sure you're doing it. If you're doing to the body, you've got to be really, really, really careful. Get your hands like that and don't smash it in, because again, you're going to break wrists, arms, ribs if you're unlucky. And also, if you're smashing it in, you might go higher than you wanted to. So they might go, yeah, to the body, and you go, boom, and still kick them in the face. So just be nice. If you're going to the head, you can put your palms up or gloves up, but if you do that, you're going to hit yourself in the head anyway. If you're good at pushing hard, then you might be able to go, yeah, go on then, and tuck up and do it. But you've still got to be careful because that foot can still slip through your guard. It's up to you. If it's me to warm up, I'd go like that. And then once you're ready and you've done 10 and you're comfortable, you might be able to say to them, yeah, go on then, and practice taking that shot. Yes? Not now, but you would do if you were going hard. Today's not about hard, today's about learning. But if we were in class and drilling, I'd be going, put your bloody gum shields in. All right? Let's go. Whatever attack is coming, obviously attacks come forwards 99% of the time. So let's say Finn throws a jab. Yeah, if he throws a jab hard at me, it's going to be that way, and I'm going to try and go that way, out of the way. Again, don't stand across with your guard down like I'm doing. I'm just showing you where I want to be, right? But even if he does follow me, so jab forwards, but then start to follow me, he's got to do a bit of work, but go back the other way. If he jabs but tries to follow me like this, yes, he can still hit me, but he's not going to have as much power there as he would have here. So you might still get caught as you move, and you might just get tagged, but it's going to have nowhere near as much power as if you're standing there and getting hit. So if you start, and again, a lot of you will struggle with Callum, because this is what he's very good at, is he'll go, boom, face me, cross, and he's constantly darting left and right, only by like 5-10 degrees, but it's enough just to put you off a little bit. So he's doing that. He's not going like that. Okay, so again, front kick. If I go back, Finn can continue attacking with whatever he wants. But if he goes front kick, and I'm on his side. So the idea is to ghost out of the way. Again, the way I remember it is you're a ghost, you're not there. I'm here, I'm not here, I'm over here. That's how I remember it personally. And then you want to start working. So again, it doesn't matter what you throw, but you've got to throw something. In the text, I've written cross hook. So he attacks, I ghost. You should be able to fire a really nice right hand to the side of his jaw. Then I personally would go left to the body. You might want to go left to the head, doesn't matter. But again, if you're drilling it on the pads, say to your partner, cross hook to the head, cross hook to the body, doesn't matter. If you're K1, you can then do a calf kick, you can then do a thigh kick. You could then do a knee. Play around with it. So when you're there, jab in, ghost off, cross hook, boom, boom, thigh kick, knee. Doesn't really matter what, as long as you're working. Now you could be injured, so leg kick, ow, leg kick, so you've got a bit of a dead leg, right, leg kick, right, ghost out of the way. But at least I've now moved. Rather than going, leg kick, leg kick, leg kick, but now I'm here. Now I'm in the corner. Now we might set me up, yeah, which we don't want. So the ghosting gets you out of trouble. Ghosting, changing your angles. Ghosting gets you ready to kill him. But then you've got to go and kill him. Yes? Let's go! We're going to do put two together now, Jake. We're going to do pillar and sign out. Again, a pillar will work anywhere, but it will work much better if they're in the corner. The reason it works better in the corner, because they can't move. And in theory, if they're in the corner, they should be tucking up. And the reason they're in the corner is because you're beating them up. That's why they're tucking up. If they're in the corner and not tucking up, result, you're knocking them out. Why are they staying in the corner with no guard? Most of you, when you get in the corner, will shoot yourself, get in the corner and go, oh my God, like that. That's what we want. So we want their hands up, their elbows in. Well, we don't, but that's what they're doing. So my pillar, they are the pillar. I'm going to try and open the pillar up. So I'm going to try and hit him around the side, around the body. But what I'm trying to do is get him to go, I need to block, I need to block. This is what we want. Defense to the side. Then a nice tidy uppercut through the center. Yeah, if he's like that around the front, if I uppercut there, his guard's going to be his way, his elbows are going to be in the way. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, start drawing out, boom. Because your brain, if you get hit in the side, your brain's going to go, boom, boom. If it comes again, you're gonna naturally try and defend it. Certainly if you're in the corner and getting hurt. So it comes in and you're going to go, oh, as you do this. And then the idea is there's a shot through the centre. So you go, 1, 2, 3, bang. Then, before he tries to attack me back, I'm going to get out of the way. Yeah? Just so we can practice it as a drill. What you wouldn't do is get in the corner, a double jab, and then put yourself in the corner. You wouldn't do that. But just so we can practice your pillar and sign out. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, triple jab. Yeah, if you was padding it, you'd go left, right, left, up. Left, right, left, up. So if you're padding it, left, right, left, up. If you're drilling it, left, right, left, up, but obviously don't uppercut them on the nose. And then sign out. Just get used to doing that, pop, 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 like that. Yes? Let's go! This is one I stole from a friend of mine, probably about 15 years ago. This is where I learned this. It was about 15 years ago when we were training the England team to go to Belgium, I think. Belgium? Somewhere, anyway, Germany, somewhere that way. And one of the ones they used was BA. And I renamed it BA because they called it bow and arrow. For me personally, it felt a bit weird standing in the corner going, bow and arrow, for one. But the way they remembered it was bow and arrow to lift, hand and knee. So I call it BA, shortened for bow and arrow. So the BA is a front kick, but it's a really high, excuse me, a really high bum. Like I'm going, here is my front kick. I want them to go, Carl is front kicking and I need to move out of the way. Boom, yeah? Because what I want them to do is to react to that. Again, if you hit them with a good front kick, they will either pull their stomach away or they'll start to defend low and towards the front because you've just hit them with a good front kick. Yeah? So it's like a stomp kick or a push kick. Yes? It is, but you want it low. You want it to the body. You want them to move their body, not their head. Because I want their head. That's what I'm going for. So I'm here and I'm going to stomp their body. Bang! And then the next time I go like that, hopefully they go like that. That's what I want. So when they do that, they've brought their chin forward and hopefully moved their hands towards their stomach area, creating a bit of a gap for their face. So I go 1, boom, 2, boom, straight over the top. Again, if they're beginner to intermediate, if you've caught them with a good front kick, I guarantee you they'll do what he's just done. Yeah, so I go like that, and they do that. Even if they keep their guard, but look at your knee. If they go like that, because they're going to go, whoa, something's coming towards me, what am I going to do? What they've done is not sin this. So you go 1, bang, 2, bum. So you're Superman in, jumping cross, hopping cross, stepping cross, power, whatever, but you're banging them with that right hand as hard as you can while you've got that half a second gap. Then you can continue with whatever else you want to continue with. The idea is to land that heavy right hand. Yeah? So you go 1, kick, boom, 2, dummy, boom, boom, and then whatever then flows next. Could be a spinning side kick, could be an axe kick, could be a scissor front kick, could be a leg kick, could be a sweep. You might go kick, dummy, land, hook, sweep. There's a million things you could do. But the idea is to dummy, land that right hand. But also what you're doing, even if you don't get to that right hand, what you have done, right, if I land let me land the first front kick, yeah? I land the front kick hard, boom, like that. Move, stance. Right, if I hit him again, move out of the way. What I'm getting him to do is move. He's not coming forwards, he's moving away. Or I'm landing a front kick. So either way, it's a win-win. So I'm going, right, I want to land my right hand. However, if I throw a front kick and he shits himself and runs away, result, thanks very much. We'll go again. Thanks very much. So I'm not actually doing much work, but I'm backing him up. If he's back, the only reason he's going to back up, in theory, is because he's getting hurt or he's worried about coming forwards. If he is coming forwards, give him something to be worried about. Give him a front kick, give him a jab, give him a cross. That's the only reason people go back. unless they're a specific counterfighter most of the time. Cool? Yes? Yes. Right, let's go. Right last one of the drills, fire back. Who remembers if I say fire back?
You hit 10 times harder before you
Yeah.
Say that again?
you hit them 10 times harder with more intensity.
With what?
Whatever they're doing.
Whatever they're doing. That's the key thing, right? If me and Finn are fighting, he throws a leg kick, boom, yeah, and you go, oh, that didn't do anything, and again, boom, the judges are going to go 1.0. Like, it's not 1.0, but you've kicked me, I've not kicked you back, right? If he does a leg kick, now sometimes people will fight and make a point of what they're doing. I did a lot. So leg kick, and he'll be like, bam, and then I go, jab cross. So you've just changed the narrative of what you're doing. Whereas, personally for me, if he throws a leg kick, and he goes, oh yeah, that was a good leg kick, in his head, and I do nothing, I've let him get away with it. So if he does a leg kick, boom, and then I go, bam, and it's better, I've instantly gone, not only can I take your leg kick, I can give you a better leg kick. So the judges will go, well, this was better. Yeah? And you can do that with anything. The problem with just fighting some of the time is it can be a bit of a mess. So I'm not saying don't fight, I still want you fighting, but if you've got a fight that's a little bit slower and the shots are cleaner, and so if you've got a good fighter, they'll be going up, they'll be going, boom, and they'll be moving. And they'll be trying to set you up, boom, and they'll be moving. And then, so they're just throwing ones and twos, and what they're trying to do is set you up. So if you take it and do nothing, you're letting them work, you're letting them get to where they want to get to. So if I start saying fire back, fire back, fire back, I want you specifically going, boom. So me and Finn are fighting, he catches me a leg kick, yeah, boom, and then he moves. Why have you not done anything? So I'm going to be like, right, fire back. And what I want you to do is leg kick, boom, bang. Give him a better one than he's just given you. In your head, make it better. If he throws a jab and moves, fire back. Right, I've seen your jab, and now I'm going to show you what my jab's about. And you just keep leveling up. Don't get me wrong, there are times, sometimes, they give you a leg kick and you go, I can't do better than that. There will be times when that happens, yeah? But the problem is, you've got one of two things to think about then. If he gives me a leg kick and it's devastating, yeah, and I'm going, I say fire back, and you're going, I can't match that, whatever it was. Yeah, Leon Denne's coming down in a couple of weeks' time, right? He's going to show you, I don't know, a jumping, spinning heel kick. He's a world champion. I don't expect any of you to be as good as him with a jumping, spinning heel kick. So in that fight, not you'd fight him because he's world champ, but in that fight, if he does this kick, I'm not going to say to you fire back because I know you can't do it. But in your head, you know that you can't do it. So you need to be able to go, let's just use the leg kick as an example, boom, yeah, and let's say it's devastating. In your head, you need to go, well, I can't match that, so what am I going to do? Or I can match it. So if you can't match it, leg kick, fire back, yeah, I'm better than you, boom, I'm harder than you, faster than you, more powerful than you, more resilient than you, yes. But if you get kicked, and in your head you go, uh-oh, or if I'm in the corner and you get kicked and I go, uh-oh, which does happen sometimes, right? I'm not going to say to you fire back, but you are going to have to work it out. I can't get in there and help you. I can't climb through the ropes, go, hold on a minute, ref, let me help you out, you know what I mean? Yeah. Are you all right, mate? Yeah? So you need to go leg kick, right, bam, I can't fire back. What can I do instead? Are my hands better? Am I fitter than him? Is my defence better than his? Switch. Can I switch? What can I do to get out of this problem? You know? If you've got a car, you get to your car, oh, I've got a flat tyre, I've run out of petrol. You push bike, oh, I've got a flat tyre. Rather than going, oh, the tyre's flat, what are you going to do next? In a fight, that's what you've got to think. You get a leg kick, oh, man, what am I going to do? Right, he does it again, well, okay, boom, I'm going to shin block it. Defence is coming back in. Right, he does that, boom, bang, I'm going to hit him as hard as I can on his nose because my hands are better than his legs. So what are you going to do next? I can try and advise you, but I can't do it for you. Massive difference. So you've got to start to understand that when you're fighting. Okay? So just do like 5 leg kicks each, do 5 front kicks each, 5 jabs each. Just have a quick play with 1 or 2 techniques just to have a practice. Go, 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 go. 1, 2, 3. 1 is the head, 2 is the body, 3 is the legs. If you're kickboxing and I accidentally shout 3, don't kick their legs. Sweep, yeah? But generally speaking, 1, 2, 3. Last year when I first wrote this, only a few people went to go for it, but it was reversed. I've decided to change it. So Jake, if you was going, I thought it was the other way around. If you were thinking that, I have swapped it. 1, 2, 3.
Can the body be kicks as well as punches?
Yes.
It's the body.
Yeah. And again, 1 could be a kick to the head, could be a punch to the head. Yeah. But what I don't want to be saying, which is what most gyms will say, is when you get in the corner and they're knackered or getting hurt, their corners will go, work the body, work the body, work the body. Work the head, kick their legs. So if you're in the corner and their coach is going, kick their legs, you know, oh, he's going to kick my legs more. So you can start prepping to start leg checking or getting your knees in the way or whatever. So I won't be saying it a lot. However, when there is certain points, if I remember, I'll be going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you should be going, right, head. Because the amount of times, certainly in Battle of Kent, because when you're a bit more novice, let's say Finn gets his opponent in the corner, Finn starts beating him up. And I'm going, body, body, body. And he's going, head, body, body, body. And they're in the corner doing this, and they're blocking their head. And because you're going, yeah, knock them out, yeah, smash them up, yeah, I'm winning, yeah. One body shot would drop them. But your brain's going, God, oh yeah, look at me, I'm amazing, I'm a hero, I'm smashing. But you're not actually creating any damage, you're just punching gloves. Whereas if you went guard really high, let's pretend you're panicking and shitting yourself, yeah, just one body shot or one knee to the body, it'll put them on their knees. But because you're so, yeah, knock them out, yeah, I'm winning, look at me, I'm a superhero, you're not looking at where you're attacking. So hopefully you'll get them in the corner, you'll beat them up, you'll start to win, and then I can say, 2, rather than go, attack the body. And hopefully your brain will go, 2, oh yeah, body, 3, legs. Does that make sense? Cool. Right, so face your partner. One of you go first. So you two together, just so we can do it quickly. Right. Decide who's going first. 1 and 2, that should be decided. I will give you a number, then you will attack whatever number. So if I say 1, it will be head. It can be a punch or a kick. If I say 2, it will be body, 3, leg. But react quickly. So watch. Jake and Finn. I'll say 1. And then they will both attack the head. 2. 3. There you go. Like that. Cool? Right. Let's go. Start moving. 1. 1. 2. 3. 3. 1. 2. 3. Right, so I want to give you a kit list. I won't do it today. I'll go home and write it just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So I will be writing a kit list and I'll probably add it to it. Diet, like I said to you at the beginning, we'll go through your diet if you need to individually, if you're not sure. Jenny can run through your diet with it if you want a little bit more involved diet rather than going, what you should eat healthy. But the main thing is that you're not eating shit, basically. If you're not sure what shit is, come and ask me. It's pretty simple. Let's be honest, you know yourselves. The main thing is preparation for everything. Preparation for your diet, preparation for your sleep. So for example, we will get some parents who go, oh, they're really tired. Why are they tired? Well, they're playing Xbox till 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, you know, anyone on this planet will know that that's not a good thing to be doing the day before a fight. Make sure you got your kit. I'll write you a kit list. So today we've covered quite a lot of drills, and I wanted to get through the drills. We've got through all 11 of them, which is good. The idea is now you push them forwards in your classes, in your drills, with your padding, even in your sparring. Rather than just sparring, try and work. Oh, I need to practice my pillar more. I need to practice my pepper, my BEA, or whatever it is. I'm going to give you all a copy before you go as well. Endurance, fitness, circuit, etc. Cool? I don't know why I'm using this, but I am. Give me a takeaway. Give me one takeaway that you've gone, oh, I didn't think about that. I've learned that. I thought about that differently. Nothing.
I forgot about the pattern and stuff like that. The setting up.
So setting up. Now, setting up is one of the most important things because when you're fighting, you will probably just go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I said go for a walk and you go, where am I going? Well, I'll just go for a walk. You've got to have a destination. So when you're fighting, you need to have a bit of a plan. Do you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. You might start one plan, it might not work. Yeah, you might hit them with a leg kick, and they hit you with a harder leg kick, and you go, oh, that didn't go to plan. Yeah, but at least you've gone somewhere with it, right? It's better than nothing. So setting them up is really important. What else?
Remembering to keep going once you've executed the drill.
Say that again.
Remembering to keep going once you've done a drill.
Yeah. Keep going, like Joe said. And again, as silly as that sounds, you'll do a technique, you'll do a set, and then you'll stop. You'll go double jab, cross, kick. Like you're doing a drill.
Tells you you've done it.
Yeah, done that. Tick. Do you know what I mean?
Sparring, I get them in the corner and I'm like, oh yeah. And you, like that time I come up with you and then you just come back with right up and you knock me out. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, yeah.
2 seconds I took my eyes off and that's it. And then back off their throats and I was like, oh my God.
It's crazy, right? Also, one of the best people at it was, you know, when the French come over, if you was here for that, Anthony, like he's again world champion, but he would go jab, move, front kick, teep, jab, like he's feeding, setting up. Then he would go bum, 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 move out of the way. And as he moved out of the way, you would go, oh, result, and then he'd go again, and then he'd 4 or 5 shots, then you'd go, oh, and then he'd step off, then you'd go, oh, brilliant, and then he'd go again. So every time you reset, every time you was like, oh, it's over, it went again. And the only thing that will stop you from doing that is your fitness. Yeah. So if you're fit enough, you should be able to go, boom, 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 move. Have it again, boom, 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 boom. And then all they're doing is blocking and you're attacking. And the only thing that will stop you doing that is fitness. Or if you're hurt. And the only reason you're going to be hurt is because they've hit you harder than you could take. So you're not conditioned enough. Or they're too strong. Which is why we try and match you fairly. Cool. Anything else? Huh? No, offline. Yeah, fighting forwards and backwards is easy. It's quite linear. Yeah, driving forwards and backwards is easy. Going around bends is a bit harder. Overtaking, going through gaps is harder. Stop it. So if you are standing still or just moving backwards, it's quite easy to attack them. If you're just going forwards, it's quite easy just to attack forwards. But if you've got someone that's doing this, it's hard work. So you need to be that person that's hard work. Yeah, because most of you, they're attacking, you go back, they stop attacking, you go forwards, you attack them, they go backwards. It's very like that. The better you get, the more offline you become. They throw a jab, you step. Yeah, it's so important to go offline. More than anything else. But it takes a lot of brain power to do that. While you're thinking, parry, black, jab, front kick, oh, I've just got hit. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, you don't. You don't have long at all. You will all have different ways of fighting as well. So I tend to go into the corner, into my little cave and fight out of my cave when I was fighting. Jake will tend to just walk forwards. You know what I mean? He's like a war horse. He's just like coming in, just keep going and going and going and going. Yeah. Claudia was the same. She would just go forwards until she wore you down. You will all have different ways of fighting. Yeah. So what might be perfect for me won't be perfect for you. So I will try and teach you what works for you best as you grow as a fighter. Wow. Yes. Yes. So knowledge. So don't forget, I'm not getting hurt listening, like in classes. Listening to what I say. I'm not going to say something that will get you hurt. I'm not going to say something that's stupid or a waste of time. I'm trying to say to you something to make you survive or win in the fight. So learning how to listen to me and do it. Yeah? Years ago, when Holly was fighting for us, she was in the corner. I'm like, get out of the corner, get out of the corner. Bearing in mind, she was literally in the corner where I was sitting. So she was like, here. I'm like, out of the corner, Holly, come on, Holly, move. And she took a beating for about 20 seconds. She's like, this is about to count. She's blah, 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 and she literally went, I'm trying to. She was listening, but she couldn't do it. The funny thing is, she screamed it at me, About 150 people in the crowd laughed their head off. So they all heard it. But my point is, it's one thing me saying it, it's another thing you doing it. So learning how to do it, learning how to listen to me, and then do it are two very hard things to do. But if you can do it, I'm going to tell you what to do, hopefully to win, to hopefully not get hurt. You know, get out of the way. Leg kick, leg kick, leg kick. And then in the first round, you're like, oh, my leg really hurts. Well, I did tell you 5 times, leg kicks. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't hear you. Well, listen. And then the extra skill is to listen to me so I can help you win, but then listen to their corner, because if their corner's going, kick his front leg, kick his front leg, kick his front leg, you should go, they're telling him to kick my front leg. Therefore, I'm not going to give him my front leg. And so on and so on. But that is an extra skill. I mean, that's quite hard to do, certainly when you're fighting full contact. Anything else?
Firing back straight away.
Firing back straight away. Yeah, so firing off. Yeah. Now, I always use this analogy, like a bungee jump. 3, 2, 1, go. Reset. Right, I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, go. Give me 2 seconds. You just got to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Fire back. If they kick your leg, kick their leg back. If they punch you on the nose, punch them on the nose. Harder. Have that. So sometimes the timing is just do it. Just like eat that frog, do it. Jump in that ice, just go and do it. Yeah? So for me, I wasn't particularly an over-talented fighter. I'm definitely not Leon Denne. I can't kick like he kicks. But what I was very good at is if someone hit me, I was like, I'd get hit and I'd be like, oh, and go. Harder they hit me, the harder I hit them back. And that's a mindset thing, a psychological thing. I get hit, I'm coming in. Kick like, I would just go for them hard. So what I lacked in, same as when I'd done my 3rd Dan black belt, what I lacked in skill, I made up with hard work and energy and effort. And to be honest, if I'm really honest, that probably won me 60, 70% of my fights. It wasn't because I was super talented, it's just because I had a heart of a lion. And I kept going and going and going and going and going. If I was super talented, I would have been a world champion. But I just had, I mean, I was all right, but I wasn't a Leon Denne, I wasn't an Anthony, I wasn't world champion level skill set.
Always giving them something to think about.
Yes, good. Get them thinking. Now, if you're a little bit older and you understand, females a bit more, you understand that. Get them thinking. Get them thinking, oh, my leg, oh, I need to move out of the way. Oh, it's really hard. Get them thinking, get them worried, get them scared. If they're thinking, they've got a problem. If they're going, oh, this is easy, this is cool. You know what I mean? They're not uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. Again, that's why we all have a kit. That's why we wear a kit. It makes people uncomfortable. If you're all in the same kit, yeah? Like when they used to go to wars, they all wore the same armour. They all had the same shields. They banged drums. It was intimidation. If 50 of you turn up in the same kit, that's intimidating. If you all turn up in different tracksuits and different hoodies and different jeans and bits and pieces, you're just a bunch of people. But if there's 50 of you wearing the same kit, it's intimidation. It looks cool, but people, like if we went to a tournament and there was 50 of the Warriors or the Kombat Academy, and they're all in their Kombat Academy gear, you'd be like, oh, wow, look at that. Yes, intimidation. It's cool. Cobra Kai. Yeah, it is. But it works. It does work. It's stupid, but it works.
Having the mindset to think that you're going to fight.
Yeah. So, like, how much different were you today, Thomas? Do you know what I mean? Yeah? Yeah. Joking aside, I mean, obviously you've learnt a bit today and you have got a bit more skillful today, but probably, if I'm honest, you've probably only picked up, say, 5%. But I bet it was 50% better today, or more, 100% better. Yeah? So it's not you've all of a sudden got 100% more skills, or 100% fitter, or 100% stronger. Yeah? You can't pick your fitness up that fast. The difference is your mindset has changed. Yeah? And this is what these are about. You've done 2.5 hours now. I thought I was going to go for 2, but 2.5. Of changing that to get better. Yeah? Your body will do so much, that will do the rest of it. And that will do more of it than you will ever imagine. Someone else had their hand up. No? Anything else? Boys? No? Anything else? I mean, that's quite a big list. Right, the video, I have no idea what it's going to look like, sound like, come out like. I'm going to put it all together. I won't edit it too much because I haven't got enough time to make it super, super, super sexy. So I'm going to cut out all the little bits in between and it will probably end up being about an hour long. Is that cool? And then once I've done it, I'll just say it's done. And then if you want the YouTube link, it will be offline. So you won't be able to find it. Only I will have the link. If you want the link, I'll send it to you if you want a recap on it. I don't think it's worth me trying to edit it into this super cool 20-minute thing, but you'll be able to go, oh, I want to watch that little bit or that little bit. But it's there if you want it, rather than not having it. Is that cool? And obviously don't share, because there will be people go, oh, how was the seminar? And hopefully you go, oh, it's amazing, it was wicked. And they go, oh, can I see it? Well, you've paid for it, they haven't. So if you want to share it with them, it's up to you. But you've paid for it, you've been here, you've done it. Yeah, and give me a £5. Cool. Any more questions on that? Do you all feel like you've learned something today? Yeah. Do you all feel like you're going to be a better kickboxer martial artist for it? Yeah. The other thing is, as well, before you start ripping your gloves off, because it'll get picked up on the mics, as a team. So you lot as a team, as one, help each other, push each other, drive each other, motivate each other. If they're being lazy, Instagram, what are you doing? Get back to the gym, you lazy bastard. Do you know what I mean? Or when you're in the gym, what are you doing? Come on. Like you're doing circuits on a Sunday. You're fighting in 3 weeks' time. What are you doing? Come on. Are we going for a run? There is a setup, the list of extra training I've given you. Make sure you're doing it. If I'm talking, you listen, behave. Make my job easy. Yeah? You want to be like him? You could be better than him. But you've got to work harder.